Okay.
We
Good
are
evening.
we are live. Well,
Wait, what?
something like that. We are recording.
Wait, we are
Well,
recording?
We are
Yes.
on air.
We are on
Oh
air,
no.
kind of.
we're already in.
hmm It's
Welcome back,
Well,
everyone.
yeah.
yes.
Sorry, go on.
Well, let me
What was
just. I
go
was
on,
going to
Raptor?
check my audio, but I guess not.
Yeah, well, you can just die, I guess.
hmm
That's
Uh,
mean.
maybe I will.
Got a good point though.
hmm
Mm. Anyway, welcome back, everyone, to the first Truthcast
hmm It's
2023.
Truthcast season 2.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
oh yeah. This is when the redemption arc kicks in.
hmm
The
When
reckoning.
oh yeah, when the shonen protagonist says to his epic kawaii waifu, hello.com. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Of course.
We're going to
Um,
kill someone today.
we are, we are,
Yeah.
and when we do, we're going to cut them up as well.
hmm
Yes.
And
Such a
oh yeah, I mean that's the most important part of the murder itself is the slicing
Yeah.
and the
Yes,
dicing.
we're going to sell their organs to the Russian connection that Lemon has.
Oh
Got
yeah,
connections
yeah. Well,
everywhere.
it's been common knowledge for quite a while that I'm a Russian spy. Um, and realistically, you should just respect that because Russian supremacy. But for legal reasons, I didn't say that.
hmm Right.
Certainly.
we wouldn't
Truly,
want anything bad happening to Lemon again.
hmm
yeah,
So he
no,
was
not
already taken
after,
out
not after
for a few months.
yeah,
We
for
already
8 months.
removed him
Oh,
once.
Captain, you have received a new car in your front lawn. I suggest you take a look at that.
Oh yeah, wonderful, a free car that perhaps had the Irish flag painted on it. That would be so cool.
Don't mind the ticking, by the way.
Yeah,
Mm.
you might
I love
wanna check the trunk. Make sure.
just the extra gift, of course. Anyway, since we're already running out of time, we should move
Yeah.
on to the current events section of the
hmm
Truthcast.
Yes.
Of course, I didn't forget that. So, first of all, Glitch,
Yeah.
do you have any current events to discuss this time?
Hmm. As for current events, no, because things don't happen here. Okay.
Yes.
I'm there are like elections going on right now, but that's not important. No one gives a shit. And so like no, there's no events are currently happening. I'm just here. This is the current event if you think about it.
True, true.
But
Thing
but how
about
about
elections,
you?
me,
Yeah, you.
me. You're talking to me.
I think so.
Of course.
Of all the
You were
people.
hmm
you were the one that scoured through the seven seas in search of the lost ark. I think you should explain yourself.
Yeah.
Fine. If you ask so politely, since the last time that I've made my presence known on this in this delectable studio with my bromies,
hmm
it's my new word. It's a bit too close to bronies, isn't it? But we'll work on that. We'll workshop that.
Yeah.
Anyway, since last time, um, I set off on a great pilgrimage in the hope of discovering a deeper, more subtle and vulnerable truth at the core of everything, really. And to my great misfortune, this crusade lasted much longer than I had ever predicted, that I ever thought that it could do. I met many colourful characters on my journey. I learned how to sail. That's pretty much the main part of what I did. I learned how to sail the big boat that I was on by myself because for some reason I bought like a really big like old boat,
hmm
which was like a really bad choice because I
The
just
shape of the
couldn't.
line.
Yeah, I just really struggled to like make it work. So like a lot of my time was kind of spent like lost and drifting around. And so after about 8 months, I just ended up basically back here, and I just figured, there is no America. There's no point in going sailing west. The
Yeah,
world
you
is
tried to
just
find the West Indies, and all you found was your way back to the official Truthcast harbor.
yeah, exactly. It welcomed me in with open arms and fresh
Mhm.
baked cookies.
It is home.
It's a sign. You belong here, and you're going to die here.
Hmm
Yeah. That is what we were all hoped for in life. To
We live and
die.
die by truth.
hmm
Mm, exactly. Anyway, Repu, what about you?
I have done quite well, Captain. I have become much wiser, a sage, you might say. Gained the forbidden knowledge of the forbidden fruit, and thus I have realized that I have been reincarnated into a place that many fear, Southeast Asia.
You've achieved nirvana.
I have achieved enlightenment of my current conditions, and I must say, I am not quite liking it.
That's tragic.
That's very sad, Repu. I'm sorry.
As the 2019 Joker by starring Joaquin Phoenix says, life isn't a tragedy. It's a comedy. Or is it something like that?
Probably. You
Yeah,
could tell,
I
you could tell
forgot.
me that like he said anything and I'd probably believe it. So, honestly,
I'm pretty sure he said that.
he
He
probably
To be
said
would.
he
honest,
said
Repo
all,
wouldn't.
yeah. Yeah, I wasn't lying. Also, he also said vote Joe Biden in the 2024 election.
Mhm.
Ah, so true.
He did
I
say
remember
that.
that one.
He did have
Truth
he had the vision.
Truthcast is officially sponsored by Biden
The
2024.
Joe Biden for President 2024 campaign.
Yeah, we were paid in Fruit Loops and empty promises,
Yeah.
and it was worth.
hmm
And that is the
Um,
best deal that we'll ever get.
Yep.
Oh yeah, because every other deal is just been really terrible, like genuinely like awful, sort of violent, and
Yeah, like we'll never forget what Manscaped did to us. You don't know what they're capable of with a warehouse full of
No.
razors.
Dude.
they
Manscaped is hard.
skate us in one way or another. I'll tell you that.
hmm hmm
I don't want to
Called
be
the
skated.
art of the
Yeah,
deal.
as men, we've been scaped. And,
Yeah.
I still can feel my left one.
yeah.
Mm. I can't stand for that again, so I'll have to sit for it. Anyway, it's time that we introduce our special guests for today.
Mhm.
So, considering the fact that this is a special occasion,
Very
we've brought on a few people, and if time allowing, we'd love to have them all. But we'll start with some Truthcast veterans, which would be my boy Vic. He's a real as fuck. Introduce yourself.
It's me. I'm Vic. I am #1 truther, always keeping it real, staying in the audience. First time as a guest, though.
Mhm. He's also me, by the way.
Yeah,
For
I
those
am
who
also
aren't.
Vic's personality. We are the same person.
You both
Little known fact.
from the same mother.
Mm.
No.
Probably. Maybe.
Same mother, different brother.
That research is under development currently. We've yet to
Little
Yes,
known
yet to
fact.
find out.
I'll stood up on the mic.
Oh, shut up!
Same different mother.
There's something we're still figuring out the family tree.
Same brother, different brother.
Same.
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 Joining
Would
us
you
also.
No, we haven't introduced the other guest.
Sorry.
You're getting ahead of
Would
yourself.
you? Joining us also is Cardo, the classic. Introduce yourself, Cardo.
Okay, so I'm Carlo. I'm Italian, currently hiding from a certain political party running, the country. So my kind friends at Truthcast decided to protect me
Yep. He is taking
to
refuge in the
avoid.
Truthcast studio.
Exactly.
Just so you know, Cardo is the one and only European among us right now.
I mean, I guess maybe I belong to a different ethnic region.
You people left Europe in 2021. You don't get to choose.
Okay, now let's not get.
Yeah, they didn't call it Brenter. So obviously.
Boy, Brent.
You people.
Yeah, they need to introduce a new bill called Brentry.
Brentry.
They could do that.
Wow.
All right, Ripper,
Anyway.
what were you going to rudely interrupt us with earlier? What were you going to say?
Would you rather same brother, but no mother, or no mother, but yes brother?
The third option.
That's deep.
Yeah,
That's really deep.
I'll have to get back to you on that one.
Well, I am
I'll have
quite
to-
the philosophist.
I'll have to think hard and deep and long about that.
It depends what kind of brother too. Like my actual biological brother, fuck that guy. But like my Truthcast
Stop
brothers, I could never give
Yeah.
them up.
Uh,
Me and the Truthcast brothers have been digging up holes and conspiracies for the last 212 minutes.
That's why we couldn't start until now, because we were too busy digging up the holes.
Exactly. We were waiting until 212 minutes had gone by of the hole digging, and then we could go, okay, it's been 212 minutes, and then we could start. But until that point, it wouldn't have been 212, would it? So what would I be saying now? Just think about that for a minute.
Much wise.
Anyways, since we're running out of time, Lemon, would you like to open up with your topic for today's episode?
Yes, thank you, my brother and son.
Yes.
Rich. So first of all, I'd like to announce that in my absence, I've been having a lot of babies, but that's not very important. So I'll just move on from that and pretend that is also just sort of not something that needs to be discussed today. Huh?
Nothing. You can continue.
You there with your conniving little rebellious teen spirit. Won't have that in my house, young man.
My apologies.
Good boy. Anyway, now that my little nut baby has gotten over this little problem, we would like to move on to a story I have to tell you today from my adventures. While I was on my boat and sailing across the third ocean of the world, won't be named, I came across a small island. Small enough to be called an island, but big enough to be called a continent. And it's best you just don't really ask what that means. But nevertheless, so I stopped painstakingly, threw the anchor down, threw the second anchor down, threw the third anchor down, because 3 anchors is the only way you can truthfully ensure that the boat will stop. 2 anchors and you're risking it. But anyway, the point that I'm running out of time. So the point of this story is I come across the island and I was hungry. This is just like Life of Pi. And so I walk on it, taking each step carefully, watching as my fickle toes sink into the fickle ground. and I'm looking at all the greenery. But something is very, very sort of confusing about it. Something utterly perplexing and bemusing and befuddling about this greenery, because it smells strange. When I lay my bare palm upon it, as you often do with greenery, I find that my skin is tainted brown and begins to fall off. So I find myself with this kind of this fear, this shock, because I'm like, well, there is no other greenery out there that could dare to do harm to my thick lemon rind. I'm sure you can imagine that. So I investigate a bit more. I get out my portable science set, which is of course something that everyone has, and I set it up. And so I was looking, doing the experiments, carving little bits off the trees and whatnot as they sort of pulsate and grow and leak strange liquids. And I sort of, shave little bits off, carve little bits off, and when I analyze them, I find that they're actually constructed of artificial materials. And I think, well, how could that be? They're growing, they're alive, they're pulsating with the juice of virility. I could imagine having sex with a tree like this. But the point remains, it was a strange biological makeup. And so I called up a few friends, a few old adversaries even. When I called up the adversaries, of course, they said, fuck you, you're my adversary, don't call me. Which was a bit tragic. But my friends, they were
adversaries do.
Oh yes, as adversaries do. I was foolish to think that they would actually help me, because why would they? But nevertheless, such is life. We all make these mistakes in the throes of passion. But nevertheless, and one of my sort of acquaintances, neither friend nor adversary, answered on the phone. He said, "Well, for some time, the United States of Bulgaria, little-known superpower, has been conducting tests on an island in the Third Ocean, where they've been creating, formulating, and gestating nuclear power plants of the world, and they've been doing this for millennia, because it takes a very, very long time for a nuclear power plant to grow, as you can imagine. It sprouts and it bulges and it looks like a tree for an alarmingly long amount of time, and then at a specified time in its life cycle that could be identified by any power plant expert, it goes into hibernation, into a cocoon, and when it emerges, it's a spitting image of Chernobyl. And when I was told this, of course, I was shocked, but not too shocked, because truthfully, I had an inkling that this was what was done, because as I was there at the Chernobyl power plant when it melted down, the progenitor of power plant meltdowns myself, I could see that this was organic, an orgasmic reaction. If you'll excuse my French.
I'll never excuse the French.
Je le suis à la chat. Nevertheless, enough of that cultural talk. So, upon hearing this phone call and learning this new information, I thought, well, I'll investigate. I'll see if any of the power plants are ready for harvest. Maybe I could sell one to a developing nation or something like that and cause a kind of terrible tragedy. That would be kind of fun, as the great philosophers would agree. So I had a look around, and I found, in the depths of the island, past all of the developing power plants, a sort of large, well-functioning, impressive-looking power plant. It looked like it was ready for harvest. So I got out my shears, the only acceptable tool, and began cutting away all around and all the way through, took only upwards of 2 to 65 million minutes to get done. But it was worth it all the same. I popped it in my pocket and sailed onwards to Japan. The year of this was 2011, by the way, because this was back in the day,
Naturally.
I said to Japan, so, are you guys interested? Specifically, an area called Fukushima. I said, are you guys interested in upgrading your power plant? And they said, well, of course. We trust you completely. Because, of course we would trust you. You're part of the International Corporation of Power Plants. Shut the fuck up. Someone just sent in a letter saying this is terrorism. And I think that's a deeply harmful sentiment towards my honest power plant salesmanship that I've been keeping up ever since 2011. And I think you'll find at the end of this,
just a hardworking businessman.
The freedom
Living
of
life.
command.
A
You
life
have no
to
choice.
come infiltrate. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. You don't want to be a liar in this chat. You don't want to be a hater in the presence of truth. But nevertheless, I must finish the tale because we don't want to run out of time.
Exactly.
So I say to them, right, Fukushima, can I sell you this power plant? And they said, yes, you can. Because we have one at the moment, but it's in need of, rejuvenation. We don't want any problems to occur. So I said, of course, here you go. I handed over the power plant, chucked it over like a baseball in the American game of baseball. And they caught it, and it was a home run of a deal. And they paid me with 6 shekels, 4 shillings, and 12 helpings of yummy bread and butter pudding, which I enjoyed delectably as I watched the terrible storm destroy the reactor later that day. And it was quite tragic, but I learned an important lesson. Never trust the Japanese. Thank you, everyone.
Splendid.
Truly profound.
Wise words.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Now I think we'll move along to Repu actually now.
I
Remember
think
to tie the stories together, Repu, because the ongoing theme must be highlighted.
we'll try. So I am fairly certain that every single one of you that are among us in this moment are aware of the current happenings in the United States of America.
I think.
Yeah.
Surely.
All right, splendid. Well, you may have heard about the Teflon Don on the White House lawn that is currently being apprehended by federal officials. Have you heard of that news, Glitch? I'm sure, considering that you're the correspondent in the United States, you should be aware of this.
Yes,
I don't
of course.
think. I don't know if the mainstream media feels like reporting this. I get all of my news about the goings on of America in like prophetic visions, like when I sleep. So
Mm,
I don't think I haven't seen any of the mainstream media outlets talking about this because I don't think they want us to know about it.
Well,
But the visions don't lie, and I've been knowing that this event would occur for many moons.
The visions have been hitting recently, like pretty hard.
yeah. Well, the thing is, right, I'm very well aware that we have our own news outlet now, Truth Social, everybody.
Oh, God.
Of course.
Jesus Christ.
For legal reasons, we have no association with Donald Trump's social media platform, Truth Social.
Please don't.
Yes, we don't.
Truth Social.
I think.
Please.
For comedy reasons, we own it.
Precisely.
No, we have Glitch be the major stock owner.
Mm-hmm.
He owns the stock.
I am the bourgeoisie.
because we train our members to be stockholders and expand their portfolio. We are a very economics based podcast, and I think everyone should listen to us when I say that everyone should invest in any shitcoin that I support.
That is me. It is real.
Mhm.
Um,
But please continue about
Yeah,
Teflon
yes,
Don on the White House lawn.
as
yeah,
you
we're
may,
running.
oh, as you are very aware, he is currently being apprehended. Wow, such shock, right?
Mhm.
Well, what if I told you that the reason for it was because he pulled out of the Paris Convention? He refused to support the nuclear power that the captain had supported so evermore. Yeah,
Sorry, I was gasping. You can continue.
yeah, we are aware of that. Wow, as you might have told, as you might have learned from his book that he did write. He wrote it himself. People lied to him. Art of the Deal. He said to himself. He prophesied that one day he will be arrested for speaking. Okay, I can't say that. Never mind. Uh, but I, I am trying so hard to not say the wrong words right now.
It's okay. Sometimes the truth can be overwhelming, Ripper. Take your
Mhm.
time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I am sweating right now because I know that if I say the wrong words, the deep state will come after me.
Oh, oh no.
Sweating buckets. I'm sweating buckets right now.
I'm only sweating like cups, but I'm getting there.
The shallow state is coming after me, and therefore I'm only sweating kind of,
Exactly.
lawnmower degrees.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose in a way, the only thing that we can take out of this, the most we can take out of this, is that you should listen to us for economics and investment related
Mhm.
issues.
This is financial advice.
Yes, this is financial advice, and you should give me money. Actually, I
Mhm.
have this PayPal
Yeah.
account, and you should give me money. Actually,
Mhm.
Of course.
Yeah.
This is
so I can
coherent.
support the endeavors of the Truthcast to fund
Mhm.
nuclear power.
Yes. To
True.
to fund our hate campaign against the country of Japan.
Yes,
Never trust the
and
Japanese.
Never.
they we shouldn't let them build nuclear power. We actually, Truthcast should be the one making nuclear power plants.
Mhm.
We're the
Hmm.
only ones
Truthcast
who can be
official.
trusted.
We would do better.
Yeah, it's in the name. It's in the name. Truth. Truth, if you find a synonym, means loyal and truthful. And I think you should invest in us.
Wow. Truth is a synonym for truthful. I never thought of it that way, actually.
That's actually deep.
Truly
Technically, it's
profound.
not wrong, but
That's
Well,
almost too
I'm glad
much.
that I am glad that I have opened your third eye.
Mhm. Yeah, you've opened it real wide.
Yeah, that was coherent and clear,
I'm
Mhm.
sorry,
and
man.
incredibly truthful, in such a way that
that's
I
nice.
feel now. I feel now that my body and soul are prepared for so much more than they ever should have been.
Well, you could compare me to a 19th century German philosopher, schizophrenic and insane.
True,
Yep.
true.
I could. I could. I could.
Now, Glitch,
Mhm.
it's time for you to tie all of this together because it's looking
Yes.
like it's looking like a really clear picture is coming up
Mhm.
of
Yes.
what we should
Yes.
take from this session.
I've got a splendid topic for today. But first off, before I get before I get into my topic, I need to explain. I need to give a little bit of context. So, in there's a Family Guy episode wherein Peter Griffin is as he's driving, he's holding his arm outside of his car, and his arm gets cut off, and from his arm grows an evil twin of his who is named Retep. And this evil character, this evil man is sort of the antithesis of the loving family man, family guy even of Peter. And so Retep goes around and commits heinous acts and does general evil, right? And so just keep the existence of Retep just in the back of your minds as I continue on my my crusade. And so the main excuse me, the main topic of my segment today is going to be the company Mojang who develops Minecraft. And if you are in the know as it pertains to Minecraft, you'll be aware that they're not very good at releasing updates. They kind of suck, and it kind of takes them like forever to introduce updates that have like two things, as we all know. But while you may think that it's just a simple mismanagement of the company that leads to this, or a foolish business philosophy, you'd be wrong. Because what is truly happening and what is truly leading to Mojang's hilariously bad inefficiency in releasing updates for the game Minecraft is because Mojang is actually secretly a subsidiary of the major player in the military-industrial complex, Lockheed Martin. And now,
What?
And now this is why, because in truth, you know, in the truth, truthfully, they only have two employees who are actually working on the game itself, and that would be Jeb and Dinnerbone. And now,
Oh Lord.
if you're thinking of Minecraft, you may be thinking of Notch, you know, the famous creator of the game Minecraft. And now, you see, Notch actually wanted to expose the fact that Mojang, is a subsidiary of Lockheed Martin. He wanted the world to know this. And now, before he was able to get this truth out to the world, he was executed by firing squad. And
Oh Lord.
in his stead, the corporate bigwigs decided to further sully his reputation by employing Khtan. Here, look, I will spell it for you.
Oh yeah, just
This
for the
ring-
people that
this-
can't read
yeah, for the
in the
people who
chat.
can't read or hear, you know. So, does this ring any bells? Khtan is an evil recreation of Notch, because you know they took his DNA from you know, wherever you get DNA from. You know, they took all of it. They took all of his DNA. And you see, they turned him into Khtan, and in order to further sully his reputation, they used Khtan to tweet racist things on Notch's Twitter account. And also probably anti-Semitic things. I can't remember. But you know, Khtan
Memory
is
a long
responsible.
way.
Yes, Khtan is responsible for the downfall of Notch as a public figure. And this was on purpose because he wished to expose this truth. And
That's
now,
so fucked up.
as we return to the two employees who are actually the ones working on the game. Now that would be Jeb, whose name comes from 2016 American presidential candidate Jeb Bush, and brother of former President George W. Bush, and son of former President George H.W. Bush.
My name's
And-
Jeb.
Good job. and then the other employee is named Dinnerbone, and his name comes from his name, Gregory von Dinnerbone. And they're actually held in captivity, and they're forced to update the game. And they're only fed they're fed, Nutriloaf, the things that American prisoners are fed. And now, if you're familiar with Nutriloaf, you know that it's not very good. And it does not provide you with much energy or anything good. And so this is why Mojang is so inefficient with releasing updates, is because their only two employees working on the game are starving. They're starving. And they're thirsty. And they're in captivity. And of course, Lockheed Martin is actually owned by Japanese car company Toyota. And this is how we circle back to the Japanese. Because Toyota, you ever wonder why you see those images of Toyota Tacomas in like Afghanistan with the Taliban like riding in the trunks and stuff? Well, that's Toyota. They're heavily invested in international wars. And thus, Toyota wishes to employ the resources of Lockheed Martin in order to create havoc around the world. And the most effective method of creating this havoc is by stifling the efficiency of Minecraft updates. And this is their plan. The plan to destabilize the world through Minecraft. Because, Minecraft is the best-selling game, like ever. And so if you think about it, if you mess with Minecraft, you mess with the entire world. Thank you.
Okay, well, I'm thinking, you know who else is starving, thirsty, and in captivity?
Who?
Our very own Cardo.
I fucking knew it.
I'm looking for Cardo's opinion on this because I feel like he can really relate to them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Relate to Jeb and
I
Dimbo.
understand. I agree. I absolutely agree. It did make sense because, of course, it does. Because it's the truth.
It is the truth. I am I do know these things. These things have been disclosed to me through my channels of communication. You know how it's the same location I get my my news in the United States. The Rap TV Instagram page. They were the ones, they broke this story. And
Oh yeah.
and I think it's the admins at the Rap TV Instagram page should be commended for their brave journalism in exposing this. This episode was actually sponsored by Rap TV.
Yeah, I was just about to say because I was thinking it's time we exposed that. This episode of Truthcast is sponsored by Rap TV, and we'd like to say, as they've asked us to, and also just out of the kindness of our hearts, that you should become a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much their message. Furthermore, I just thought I'd add on that can we get the editing team to get this up? I've just pulled out an archive and seen that, as you were saying, Toyota is actually founded in Japan, which is just another reason not to trust the Japanese.
So Toyota.
So if you take any,
done a lot of things.
Sorry.
Well, yeah, Toyota just cannot be trusted because, as I said,
exactly,
who knows who they're in cahoots with? How do you think Toyota Tacomas end up in the Taliban's possession? Question mark.
Precisely.
Interrobang.
This is something that we've had the Plumbers Union have been telling us all about. This the presence of Toyotas in the sewers across the Taliban landscape, because of course they know the layout of the sewers and they've been keeping an eye on them. And a fun fact, a bit of truth for you, if it's not too much, might have to just buckle up and prepare yourself. Is cars are not meant to be in the sewers.
No way!
What?
I've been
Mind
enlightened.
blown. My mind is hashtag blown right now, Captain.
Well, I did warn you. And if it's too much, then I'm sorry. I have to say it. It had to be said. But I'd like to thank Glitch and Repu for those incredible stories. Especially Repu, who I think really put together
Yes, mine was
quite
very
the
comprehensible.
quite the astounding tale.
Yes.
And also, I like the fact that there was pretty much no mention of Retep ever again after his first mention.
I apologize. I sincerely, from the bottom of my stomach, apologize because you see the reason I mentioned Retep is because Khtan is the spiritual successor to Retep. Because if you think about it, they're the same.
No, it's because you're a huge fucking nerd.
Now is not the time, but when the time comes,
I don't
will
even
hurt
listen.
you.
Listen. I saw the visions too. There is no mention of his name. He was just like you just decided that his name was Haktan. It was the visions didn't say that.
The Lord
Well,
will
what if
punish you
what if
for your
I get,
apostasy.
well, actually, what if I get a few extra visions that you didn't see?
You didn't.
Glitch pays for the Visions DLC.
Yeah, exactly. I have prophetic visions plus where I get
Okay,
10
I have
extra
prophetic
visions per
visions
month.
premium and diamond plans.
What?
And what they
Oh.
told me is actually that it's not just Toyota. It's actually all cars that are a scam. Okay, so the thing
How to
is,
sign trail?
That's too much.
You're fucking pay to win.
listen.
Tired of you.
Real truthers will remember the episode about cavalry, right?
Mhm.
And the
Yes.
truth is that cavalry are still the most powerful form of transportation. And horses actually are faster than cars, but the cars just have
Well,
hypnotic technology installed in them that makes you think you're going really fast.
Yes, horsepower
This is
is
so.
actually a lie. They want you to
Yeah.
believe that your car is 200 times more powerful than a horse, but that is not true.
It's actually like a
Well,
no.
percentage. So it's like, if you're at 60 horsepower, you're actually at like 0.06 horses.
If you
the thing is,
actually
right?
spell on a page, sorry, Repu, I'll let you talk in a moment. But if you spell horsepower on a page, watch as I spell it out for you.
Or the people
This
that
is
can
how
spell.
horsepower is officially spelt in the dictionary. Can you see anything suspicious about that spelling?
Holy shit.
I actually,
I've really got to squint at it in my monitor. I got my face like an inch away from the monitor right now, and I think I see it.
Let me enhance real quick.
Computer enhance.
Can we
enhance the
can we
audio.
get the editor to enhance this one and split it apart and do like a Tony Stark montage?
I'll have to
Jarvis?
get in contact with the editing department. They probably won't
Oh
do
yeah.
that. But I'll try to persuade the editing department.
The editing department of Jeb and Dinnerbone.
Yeah.
Alright.
Jeb and Dinnerbone also control the editing responsibilities for Truthcast.
Yeah,
They
which
have
is
a
why they're
monopoly. That
always.
is ridiculous.
Yeah, they were hired in like 1998, but they never actually get any work done because they're in captivity right now. So
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, the reason
But what can I say
we
about
have
captivity? It gives you time. Anyway, go on.
What if I don't want to go on?
if you want to go off, go
Yeah,
off.
what if I want to go off?
You know what,
Off,
Captain? We're striking. We're striking, and we want better pay.
Well,
You guys don't
I
get it.
already.
I want 5 Fruit Loops instead of 3.
We want $5 billion.
I'm already.
Keep price.
I'll make a I'll make a contemplation. Well, that's not the correct word, but we'll go with it. I'll make a contemplation with you. And I'll give you 6 plus
Oh.
2 minus 4 plus 8 minus 16
What?
plus 35 minus 29 plus 306 minus 412 plus 450.
Oh my.
That is a steal. I agree to that.
Excellent news.
The
I'm so
Truthcast
glad that
strike
I
is
have you
now
back on
over.
board.
We're done
This,
striking, lads.
this is the power of negotiation. A message
Mhm.
to Rachni Thatcher is that if only she had known how to negotiate, perhaps she would not have met such a terrible fate.
Now, make sure to subscribe to Captain Lemon's How to Become a Captain Like Me, Lemon course, in which he explains his lucrative business deals and how you can truly become financially free.
Yeah, his book, The Art of the
True.
Deal,
Mhm.
famously written
Oh,
by Captain Lemon.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
received
that he
only
wrote himself.
a small loan. A
The
small
art of
loan of
war,
1
the art
million.
of war of the deal.
True.
The
Because
art of the
as
lemon.
every true economic,
The art of the
every
deal.
true economicalist knows. That is the right word, by the way. If you're saying economist, that's so stupid.
Mhm.
Economicalist. It's the more syllables, the more powerful the money.
Mhm.
That's my first lesson. Everything else will
You hear
cost
that,
you
Pat?
265. Did she hear that?
Yes, the economist in the midst. She needs to hear this.
True. True.
Good.
Anyway, that's a bit
Splendid.
too much truth for now. As we all know, we need a cool down period. Because otherwise we could risk doing harm to our listeners.
Yes.
But I'd like you all to take from these truths. Well, actually, I'll do the summary at the end when the summary time
Yes,
comes.
but Vic,
So,
our guest Vic also has something he'd like to some truth he'd like to impart unto us.
Oh, you want to hear about? Okay, yeah.
I'd love
So
to.
I told Glitch about this last night when I was in shock as it was revealed to me. But and it's actually all coming together now. I think the agents responsible for this are actually the Japanese, based on what we've learned today.
Mhm.
But I believe they have tiny little goblin agents running around just doing a little bit of mischief. Because somehow my ID card that I require to get into the building, the dorm building where I am living right now, when I woke up the other morning, it was inside of my book bag, my little backpack that I bring to classes. However, the odd thing was, it was a weekend, and the last time I had been outside was not to classes. Therefore, there is no reason for it to have been in the fucking book bag, yet somehow it ended up there. And I think the agents responsible are tiny little Japanese goblins who put it there, just to fuck with me.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
you're saying a Japanese goblin came into your humble abode and caused mischief.
Yes, I'm saying that we are Japanese goblin.
yeah. This is truly. I was also quite shocked when I was when this was disclosed to me yesterday, and truly, it's left me befuddled, gobsmacked, flabbergasted, bumfuzzled. Truly, I also believe that the tiny little goblins they do exist because many different well, it's mainly just if you're familiar with Scientology, there's the concept in Scientology. There's the concept of body thetans, which are these little tiny alien creatures who inhabit your body and cause all of the bad things that exist in your body. And so if you think about it, body thetans are just a reimagined version of the tiny Japanese goblins.
God.
They
Mm.
are one and the same.
And realistically, if we think back to the most realistic time of our lives, which I imagine for most of you was between 2 and 6 years ago, when you were feeling the most realistic.
Yeah.
That was when we understood goblins more. We would fraternize with them,
Yes.
and we would have frat houses with them. But since that time has passed, and things have changed, and the realisticism, the realism, the realisticallys of life
Yes.
have faded. We've lost that camaraderie, that reverie that we used to have with the
The
goblins.
cum reverie.
Time has indeed changed.
Hmm.
It's currently high tension between us.
Goblin
High
War
tension
has
Japanese goblin. High tension Japanese goblin. Drunk, happy, and slowly getting tipsy.
Mm.
I'm drinking
And
right
we all
now.
know what
of course.
we all know what tension brings.
And it's not
It brings war.
sex.
Unfortunately.
We have yet to decide whether or not tension brings sex. This is still to be
It brings
decided.
war.
That's
You
it's
get
unclear as of
Hmm.
It's been hard in this bunker.
well,
You know,
well, well. Yes, it is up for debate. We are a community of open-minded intellectuals
Hmm.
that gather round in a auditorium
Yes.
for the exchange of ideas.
We
And I
perform
think that's
rituals.
beautiful. I think it's beautiful that we are able to perform such rituals because not many are provided the luxury of this.
Yes. We're very
true, and it is a
intellectually
luxury.
free.
Mm.
Mm.
It's a luxury to be able to share a bed with both of you.
Mhm.
But
We are
nevertheless,
embedded.
it's time. We're running out of time,
We are.
so
we are
we
indeed.
should move. We should move on to our musical guest.
Oh,
So hold on.
Do we
Truthcast
actually
is unaware of
damn.
Chode. We are aware of Chode. Sorry, we just got a mail-in letter through the post box
Mhm.
asking about Chode
Yeah, like
awareness.
I
We are
have a
aware of
mirror
Chode.
in my bathroom. So like, trust me, I'm aware. I'm sorry.
What?
Oh
I
yeah,
apologize.
What
oh
does
yeah.
that mean?
You've been looking a bit too long in there.
Yeah.
Which I've not been too happy about, considering everything that's happened before now in all time, which should always be considered. Anyway, music time. Would anyone in the audience like to provide some music for us? If not, we would be happy to sing ourselves.
Who's we?
We? Like Nintendo Wii?
There's
True.
no way.
Hey,
We
What's Icon
Who?
doing in here?
I have
Oh,
a
what the hell?
Well, what the hell, boy?
wow, we've just been raided by a mysterious an ungodly creature. I'm not sure whether he remains or if he is gone. He is immaterial.
Creature is
He's
Oh
retreating
my
to the
appeared.
god,
shadows.
he left.
He left.
Perhaps
Well, he's still
he passed us by.
he's still in the wall. He's still in the walls, we think,
Hmm.
which is
Otherwise known as
worrying
the
sentiment.
audience.
True. We build our walls out of the audience. Anyway, since there is no obvious. Also, you're not avocado. Don't worry. We'll have you on after the music. Since there's no obvious musical guest volunteering themselves, it's time. It appears we will have to sing. So, Rapu, Glitch, if you'll join me in the musical number we've been preparing
Ah, yes.
just for this day.
We do prepare quite a lot.
Oh, this happened.
I'll start with the bass line. Boom, ba-dum, boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, boom, 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 boom, ba-dum, boom, ba-dum,
Bitch! On the drums!
Do
Glitch will come in a minute. Don't worry. Just be patient.
He is meowing. Hey. Yeah.
I
Hey. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. 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 Yeah. Hey. I don't sing. Hey. Yeah. 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 Hey. Yeah.
I was
Hey.
born and raised in a Harlem town where I had nothing but bread on my feet, and bread on my feet was all I needed to get onto the streets where I could thrive. With a baked good business to take me to the skies.
Thank you. Can we get a
Thank you, everybody.
can we get a round of applause?
Wow. Honestly, we're on tour next week.
You'd probably get put pretty high in the Rap TV Power rankings if you submitted that.
Yeah.
Real thing, by the way.
I agree. I agree.
Absolutely.
Album
All
coming out
all the
soon.
best songs. Yeah, all the best songs have like one verse right at the end.
Mhm.
It's a new thing that we're bringing to the table.
Yeah.
Has to
We're
be done.
innovating the rap game.
Oh yeah,
As always.
as our ancestors would have wanted us to.
It's never been done before.
Nevertheless, Cardo, it's your time to shine. What do you have for us today?
I have words. I absolutely do. Sorry.
White word.
My Wi-Fi is cutting out. I'm sorry. I have received the information, but it will not be shared in the Truthcast because I have other plans. So as I said when I introduced myself to to the truthers that decided to show up today, I am currently hiding in a bunker. I have a picture of this bunker in case anyone cannot use their imagination. There is. That's
For
my
our
bunker
blind
right now.
viewers.
I'm hiding in this bunker.
Mhm.
I have been called to the Truthcast studio, but after all of this is done, I will be escorted back to my bunker
Mhm.
because my life is not safe. As some of you know, I, I don't expect everyone to know, but the current Italian Prime Minister is very, very kind woman. Has been very proactive in hunting the truth.
Yes.
She has
Wow.
plans, and my life is not safe right now. So I've been hiding. But you guys might be asking what is this woman doing that that could harm me? Well, you see,
Doing your mom.
Thank you.
as you as you guys might expect, it might sound unrelated, but do any of you guys know the hit series Love Live?
I am
Yes.
somewhat familiar. Yes.
I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are. But
Yeah.
as as some of you might already know, she has been officially collaborating with Love Live, as it's proof right here. If it fucking embeds, it's not gonna embed. Yeah, it's not gonna embed.
Embed fail.
Here, hold on. I can here, like I can put the image in there.
The truest form
Yeah.
of shame.
Oh my god.
Wow. That was a
So
very
this is
much
the
an end.
official collaboration on Facebook between the official prime minister of the official Italy and the official anime from the official Japan, Love Live. Yeah.
Mhm.
So this has actually been treated in. I'm sorry. This has been shown in mainstream Italian TV, and she has been criticized by people that don't really understand what's going on, and it's been made fun of. But what people don't understand it's that, of course, we link back to the Japanese because this alliance has been going on for quite a while. It was actually orchestrated back in the old times by the bald man himself. Of course, that's the wrong picture. But
Putin.
yeah, this alliance has been going on for a while. As you can see, the bald man himself actually knew the Love Live cast before they were even born. And that's because he personally birthed Love Live. If you didn't know, the actual author of Love Live is the bald man himself.
Oh my.
Never trust bald Japanese people.
Exactly.
That is a mistake, yes.
That's what I'm taking from that, and what you all should take from that too.
We shouldn't trust the Japanese in any case or scenario.
No,
Unless when it
exactly.
comes
True.
unless when it comes to things that I like, meaning that we should be very much uh put into consideration.
Yes, of course. Everything is wrong unless we like it. Then it's right.
Yes.
That's how that works. Of
Mhm.
course. You're safe, Red Bull. Ina is in Japanese. You're good.
Yay! Okay, that's
But
true actually.
you might be thinking, how does an alliance between Italy and Japan hurt me in any way? Well, you see, the characters in Love Live are actually a sign. They're brainwashing us, strong Italian men, to be girly and wear skirts. But as we all know, that's that's okay. I I don't know where I was going with that. That's okay. You can do that. Um, true, Kiko.
This is
Yeah.
truly a World War II reference. Thank you very much, Cardo.
Yes, and you see, the last time Italy and Japan had an alliance, things weren't very good.
Yeah,
So if you
exactly.
think
And
about it,
because of that,
this should be
Mm.
a concern on the international scale. Yet the mainstream media
true to say,
says nothing about hashtag Maloney-chan. And I think this is a tragedy.
the mainstream media would never even think to tell you what we can tell you here at Truthcast.
Mm-hmm.
That's why another feature of the Truthcast, of course, is the glorious and humble and fantastic cooperation of the audience. So I'd like to take this opportunity to reflect on everything that's been said today and give the audience a chance to ask questions or make their own personal comments. So send in your letters now.
Yes.
Have your voice heard.
Yes. 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 Give us questions. Question us. I love questions.
Oh yeah, they're coming in. They're coming in. Don't worry.
Yeah,
You can see them coming along the tube. Oh no. Okay.
All right.
Do we have a message from trans viewers?
You are
Is it
all
alright if I
right, and I love you all. That's my message.
True? Yeah. May I also make comment on this?
Of course.
Yes, thank you. As my boyfriend is a trans man, I have to say, big ups, mad respects, super support. Love you all. Truthcast always unapologetically loves all trans people.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yep, very true.
True.
We love our. We are an ally. We are part of the same alliance, the same union.
Mm-hmm.
Transcast is
Trans-
is one of our
Pet-
subsidiaries.
Patent pending.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I think I need to tell you guys this. There is a TV channel in this country that's called Trans TV.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Very nice.
excellent.
We own that.
Mm-hmm.
We do. I made that one actually.
Yeah.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
let's have a look.
Yeah,
There's just some
I also love
some
trans
discussion.
people as well.
Trains people? That's just autistic people. That's different.
That's my grandfather.
That's me.
He has like a whole train setup.
Oh my
It's
god.
awesome. Like a whole like model trains and stuff. So yeah, we also love
I've
trans people.
just been sent something via my personal post system.
Mm-hmm.
You'll hold on. Oh my god, it's beautiful. It's astounding. I'll
I'm
share
gonna eat
this
the body.
with the group.
Mm-hmm.
If you'll all bear with me, we can get the editor to bring this up.
Mm-hmm. I'll have to consult with the editing department.
Have a look at this.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
There's
Holy shit.
We
this
have
may be
merged.
We should put this
the
into consideration.
Mm-hmm.
we should. We really should. I think this would change countless lives if this was out on the streets where the mainstream media couldn't stop it from spreading.
Look at that. We have
Thank you very much.
majority
Thank you.
support.
Oh yeah, thank you very much for Shrimp, a long time fan of the Truthcast for this creation because
Thank you, Shrimp, for
it's
your
changed
collaboration.
Shout out to Shrimp.
changed everyone's lives.
Does anyone
Exactly.
have more?
Japan.
Does anyone have more questions though?
Yeah, more questions
I am
for
a
us,
fan of
please.
questions.
If anyone, we love questions. We love questions.
Yes, I love questions. I love answering.
Yeah, exactly. We need Glitch to have a chance.
Do you think that Scion was dissolved by Toyota because they found out the truth? I would say so, because Scion. Hold on, wait, I need to. Let me make sure I'm
Scion
thinking
from
of the right
League?
thing. See this, Scion, they they fell apart because after they made the FRS, they were like, we're a very cool car company, so we're going to open up an investigative journalism department, and they thought they could get away with exposing the truth. And so, of course, the Toyota overlords were not okay with that. So yes, Scion was dissolved by Toyota because they found out the truth.
Mm. Thank you for that answer, Glitch. You've enlightened the people.
Mm.
What does Truthcast think about the spread of lies.com since the hiatus? Right. Well, I'll have to leave this one to Repu and Glitch because, of course, I was unaware of this in
Sorry.
my travels.
Where's the question?
It's Pat up
Well,
there.
just so you may know, Pat, we have sent assassins to take care of the issue.
Yeah.
We have called upon our mob friends, our mob connection that Lemon has.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course.
Deal
That's why
with
I'm
the
here. I have
issue with
personal.
great expedition.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mm.
Actually, Cardo is our mob connection that Lemon has.
Exactly.
He is the mob man.
I
As
might
we
be
all
your
know,
brother.
Yes, and as a
as
New
we all know,
Yorker,
every
Vic
single
is the other mob
yeah.
connection we have.
Yes.
with a
Famously.
web of mobs.
Mhm.
As we all know, those in southern Italy are all from the mob.
Mhm.
Is that not
Clearly.
right? Is that not wrong?
Exactly. I am from there, and I can assure you that is 100% right. And all of the mafia in the south and the north is absolutely, completely mob free. Exactly.
The mentally sound part of myself puts this into question. Can you prove yourself? Can you say gabagool?
My lawyer has asked me to not answer that because I could be
Liquidated.
executed for that. Exactly.
All right.
Oh,
And
okay. We didn't know what
finally,
he was.
finally, Truthcast's thoughts on daylight savings. Well, personally, I'm going to speak for everyone. Okay. And my thoughts on daylight savings are that it is stupid and dumb and ridiculous. I like eating dinner when it's dark outside. I don't like when there's light outside while I'm eating dinner because it feels weird.
I disagree.
Therefore, you don't even have daylight savings. Your opinion is null and void.
Shame. Shame.
Daylight saving
Shame
sucks ass.
upon you. Daylight will not be saved. Daylight will be destroyed. It is our
Yes,
mission at
I love
Truthcast to
saving.
destroy the day.
I love saving. I disagree with you all.
that's
I
okay.
like saving. I'm going to take the partisan
It's okay.
approach
You
here.
can have wrong opinions sometimes.
Hmm.
Uh,
We'll allow it.
honestly,
Sometimes Repu is tainted by his wound,
Hmm.
his festering wound.
Yes.
It's just something we have to consider.
Mhm.
We have a couple more questions that I'd like to quickly answer, if
Mhm.
possible.
Yeah, we'll do.
What does
rapid fire.
Truthcast think about the giant sentient man-eating statue doppelganger of the Statue of Liberty? Yes. Cool.
Mhm.
What does Truthcast think of the ominous 1,000-foot diameter humming orb in the San Francisco Bay? Even cooler.
Yes.
Now, one of our truthers is having 10 p.m. dinner, and I'll take that as a note for us to remember that we are indeed running out of time.
Mhm.
And I
We're-
believe
we are
that
running out
if
of
those are all the questions, we'll have to move on
Yes.
to the closing segment, where,
Yes.
as usual, I'd first like to just say thank you to Glitch, Rapu, my co-hosts, and also to Vic and Cardo for being excellent guests and sharing their unique truths,
Yes. Very
which
splendid.
truly inspired the next generation. Also, question saying, do we truly have free will? That's my answer.
Mhm.
There are a lot of questions coming in, but we just don't have time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We are out of time.
we're running out of time.
Nevertheless, my final segment as the returning father of Glitch and Rapu
Mhm.
and of the Truthcast itself. It's time for me to summarize what we've learned today. So, first of all, we learnt that everything mechanical is truly grown from God's green earth. And the message of that was don't trust the Japanese.
Yes. Yes.
And then we learned sort of something about kind of, I think, Donald and Truth Social. But we won't. That was kind of the string that binds the package, if you will.
Yes.
An important and necessary aspect, but not something that should be described. Just something that glues together the pieces of the ever expanding puzzle. And third, we learn about Toyota, Retep,
Mhm.
Thong,
Done.
and Mojang,
Yeah.
and the conspiracy against Jeb
Mhm.
and his mate,
Did
who
it.
I won't name,
Ah.
because he's been named enough.
Mhm.
And also how they are working for us. And the fundamental message of this is once again, Toyota, Japanese. Don't trust the Japanese. Don't trust Italy either, as we learned from a guest.
Of course.
And also, what did Vic say?
There's
the
goblins.
tiny Japanese goblins that control, that just run around and do mischief.
And also control cars
Yeah.
and make and
That too.
hypnotize people.
That too.
That was a
They get up to
rhetorical
lot.
question. I'm deeply offended that you answered my rhetorical question. Because of course I knew and remembered. But nevertheless, this also proves once again that Japan is behind it all.
Mhm.
And that when Japan exists, it is the roots of the tree of lies, of evil, and of the end of times. And with that, I'd like to leave you with a task for today. On my truthers, go outside and hunt down a Japanese person.
I will go. I will go do that.
Please don't.
For legal reasons,
Very
that is
good.
a joke.
Yes.
For legal reasons, please do not do this. We do not encourage violence. But for comedy reasons, as Vic would say.
Yes.
It's funny.
But I do.
Mhm.
Now,
Yes.
Are we still
Yes. Lemon,
okay? So
It's time.
Lemon, wouldn't you like to conclude? There's a certain phrase you're missing.
Oh, of
Oh,
course.
wait. Before you conclude, as a guest, I'd like to say something before Lemon.
Mhm.
The only good Italian is a dead Italian or a gay one.
True.
There is no other option.
Real. The real work is the real
Where-
homework is the work you do at home.
Keep it real.